What's going on, Omnibuddies? Mitch here, and today we are doing another Omnibuddy overview. What are we looking at? Well, in honor of its reprint and hitting the shelves soon, we are looking at Ed Brubaker, Matt Fraction, and David Aja's Immortal Iron Fist Omnibus. All right, so we are looking at a great omnibus. It's an awesome story. We're gonna dig into it, lay it down on the table and take a quick look at all the art and all the great stuff about it. Quick notes, this is up for pre-order right now on our channel sponsor's webpage, Organic Price Books. You can use code Omnibuddy for $2 off every order there, or you can use code Omnibuddy, ship it together, all one word, and get 5% off of your order if you order 3 or more books. And all those books will ship together, so be aware. If you order this book, which comes out somewhere, I don't even want to give an exact date because these dates are always changing, but supposedly late fall or early fall of 2022. If you pre-order all those books, if you order all those books together, they all ship together, so you'll have to wait. So make sure to gather your orders in kind of one order that you're willing to wait for, or if there's a bunch of fall pre-orders, you could do that and get 5% off. Save big, pays to have patience. All right, we are gonna take a look now at Ed Brubaker's, Matt Fraction's, and David Aja's amazing story of the Immortal Iron Fist. If you liked the show, which it's a pretty polarizing show, you will absolutely love the book. The book, that a lot of that's actually based off of, they pull a lot of elements from this book. This book does it way better than the Netflix show did. I enjoyed the show, it was okay. It wasn't the greatest, wasn't the worst. But if you liked the show, if you thought the show was okay, even if you didn't really like the show that much, this book absolutely kills it. Let's take a look. All right, so here we have the Immortal Iron Fist. Again, it's by Ed Brubaker, Matt Fraction, David Aja. This is really the quintessential Iron Fist story. Mine's a little bit scuffy. I have actually a pretty beat up copy, and I printed a new dust jacket for the top of it, but it's matte print and it got a little dirty. Anyways, so that is the cover. There's what the spine looks like, and here is the back cover. Again, this, well, it used to retail for 75 bucks. Now it retails for 100, but the good news is, like I said before, you can pre-order it at Organic Price Books and get it for, I believe it's at $78, or you can use that code Omnibuddy and get it for $2 off of that. Or if you order 3+ books together, 5% off. So you're getting it pretty close to that cover price anyways of the old cover price. And obviously the pages and printing and construction will probably be a lot better. We will see, has yet to be seen. One of my favorite color greens as the end sheets, which is awesome. Love it. Here is the inside of Immortal Iron Fist. Again, this is written by Brubaker and Fraction. And oof, did they do a good job writing this. This is kind of the story, and here's a forward and all that. And here we get it started. This is kind of a story. Hold on, let me adjust the lights real quick. See if we can get some of that glare off there. Cool, there we go. Kind of a, you know, this Immortal Iron Fist. It's kind of a Mortal Kombat story if you've played the game, seen the movie, whatever. It's Danny, or at least the first part of this book is Danny Rand going to, how's it said, Kunlun, and kind of trying to figure out what, he gets called into combat with the 7 other cities, and there's a whole conspiracy going on, and that's kind of the main story of this whole thing. And it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. Dan Rand, you know, he's son of the rich tycoon. They, you know, kind of a a Batman-esque story where, you know, it's a rich guy and learns how to fight and beat people up and fights for the little guy. Kind of learns to find themselves. So that's basically what the story is. I won't give away too many details. I don't really review it other than saying I really enjoyed it. The art is just super cool. And just, it changes styles here and there, but overall the art is super cool. Some of the style art changes weren't my favorite, but it's got that really Brubaker and Fraction both do this where they just have like really panel heavy pages, and I really like that. Just a lot of dialogue and discussion, and then some cool fights, and just how the story's told, and just following Iron Fist and learning so much more about this character reading this. It's a great introduction to the character and his world and what he's all about and his struggles and his powers. You see some really cool stuff in here. And going back to his homeland where he got his powers, Kunlun, I'm so terrible. Ka'un-Lun, Lun, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, seeing how the whole mystical, magical side of this whole thing works, of the Iron Fist, super cool. And honestly, my favorite color is green, so I just love this book because it's super green heavy, so I just love the colors in it. Very cool seeing how they're brought up and the different, just their culture and what's going on, and him being pulled between these two worlds. You know, well, not even really two worlds. His world of being, you know, this rich corporate guy, and the Immortal Iron Fist, and then his street level fighting, and then where he's from. Just super cool stuff, but just kind of giving a taste of the art. So the art kind of changes a little bit. I'm not a super big fan of this art change midway through. I don't even know who's the artist in this one. I don't think this is Aja. I'm pretty sure that's where it changes, but it's definitely readable, and it didn't take me out that much. It's just not my favorite art style, where it kind of switches things up a little bit. But yeah, and they do some little aside things too, and have some fun with it. Let's see, I totally forgot about this. So as I look through it, you're seeing me remember some of it, but you know what, whatever. So yeah, not a ton to say. It's very self-contained story. It doesn't, you know, it jumps around a little bit, but it's not pulling in all these other events, and that's kind of my big problem with DC and Marvel. Those are the hardest things I have about that, is you'll be reading these cool books and all of a sudden you're like, what the crap is this issue? Oh, it's a big tie-in event to some random other thing, and it changes everything. You're like, well, I was just reading this book and I just want to read this awesome story of Iron Fist and Danny Rand, and well, here you go. This is a great book for you if you just kind of want to read one self-contained Marvel character. That's super cool. Yeah, so I'm not going to talk too much about this story other than, yeah, it's kind of a Mortal Kombat situation where he's got to fight all the different capital cities and all their fighters and all that. Does have some other stuff like Daredevil in here, because, you know, they're both kung fu martial artists in the night and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so super cool. Love it. Some backup story stuff, and it's got some lots of cool extras like that in the back. Tons of really cool stuff. Let's see. Kind of keep it short, just give you an idea and a feel. I'm not sure exactly what the reprint will include for extras. I know that it's an expanded edition. It includes another, I think, like 4 or 5 issue short story, something like that. So keep your eyes open for what all that's gonna change. But it's got some really cool back art about the characters, and really cool cover gallery. Hot dang, that is a cool That is a cool cover art. And then it's just got a lot of the breakdowns of the pages and scenes and designs. Really cool background behind the scenes stuff going on. So some really nice extras in here. Some Omnis and collected editions don't include a lot of extras. Oh man, that's such a cool, let's get the glare off there. A lot of them don't include all this extra stuff, but I love it. I mean, I don't spend a lot of time looking at it. I don't always read all this background, but I at least appreciate they put a little bit more into this, and I can go back through it and get a little bit more the second time around. But I always do glance through this because I just love seeing these, the pencils and the progression through the pages and all that, and the design from like sketch to pencils to ink and then coloring and all that. So super cool. Man, I love those green end sheets. It's one of my favorite colors again. Anyways, that's it. That is a quick, not so quick. Well, let's take off these covers and just show. Yeah, you can see that thing is just destroyed when I bought it. Yikes. Anyways, that is the inside. Very cool green with that gold emboss. So my copy is super beat up because it was a huge mega whale when I got it, and it kind of still is, except for the reprints announced. So lucky you if you're watching this. Make sure to pick it up. I really enjoyed this read, really liked it. I hope you do too. All right, so that was a quick overview of the Immortal Iron Fist Omnibus. Thanks for sticking with me as I ramble through all this stuff. Like I said, the art's so cool, the story's super fun. There is a continuation of the story, part 2. It's not in omnibus format. You can get the volume Immortal Iron Fist Omnibus. You can get the Immortal Iron Fist Complete Collection Volume 1, which is the same as the omnibus, and then Volume 2, which continues on, and it gets pretty mixed reviews. People say it's not quite as good. I haven't been able to read it yet. That it's not as good, but this whole story is pretty much wrapped up and a great start to finish story, so you don't have to worry about trying to continue it with anything else. It's very self-contained. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge about Iron Fist. It goes into all that. It's so cool just to be able to sit down, read one book on one character that has, intermixings of other characters in there, but one book on one central character that tells, a couple cool story arcs and is just very self-contained. I love that. Brubaker, he kills it on these types of stories. Loved his Captain America stories. He has so much good stuff to even talk about. But Iron Fist, absolutely loved it. Wasn't the most perfect book. Was it the most perfect book? No. Was it the worst book? No. Was it the best book? No. Was it a good book? A solid read? Heck yes. Is it worth that 78, I think it's $78 on organic price books. If you don't use the code, is it worth, that $80 total that you're going to be coming out with at organic price books? Heck yes, it's worth that price. If you don't like it, you can sell it later. Whatever, we're collectors, we'll keep it anyways. But make sure to pre-order it. Get your order in. That helps solidify how many books need to be printed. So it just helps everyone out, and it makes sure that you ensure your copy. So as of right now, if you haven't pre-ordered, do it now. If you're watching this video way later on and the book's still in print, go get it. It's awesome. Loved it. All right, that's it. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, do all those things. But of course, the most important thing I want you to do is comment. We're talking Ed Brubaker. What's your favorite Ed Brubaker book of all time? Dang, I can't even... Maybe mine is Captain America, that whole storyline. I can't pick it out. I don't know, maybe I'll have to comment too on what my favorite Ed Brubaker book is. I'm gonna have to look them all up, see what I got, see what I've read, and get back to y'all. But what is your favorite Ed Brubaker book of all time? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's it. Take care, stay safe.